Another week, boys, and another TWAB. This week at Bungie, we're prepping for even more Trials of Osiris. This time, with the return of Freelance, so that solo players can get their pew-pew on. We've also got more patch notes to go over, as well as some mental health resources, because we know the season in the Haunted storyline can get a wee bit hefty. I don't know about you all, but the Haunted storyline continues to hit us right in those feels. These are some heavy themes, and players from all over the world have been sharing how the ongoing narrative has connected with them and their own stories. Because of that, we just wanted to make sure you're all okay. So if you would like any help when parsing through those feelings, we've listed some helpful resources for you further down in the TWAB. Use them or don't. Your choice, but the option is there. Eyes up, Guardian. Your mental health is important. As mentioned, we've got some patch notes to go over, including which known issues are being tackled first and which need a little more time baking. For now, let's just dive right into another weekend of Trials of Osiris. Yeah, no lie, guys. The storyline has been really good. More so than anything, right? It like brings awareness to unresolved trauma. And let me just tell my fellas out there, there is nothing unmanly about addressing those things, man. Because really, it doesn't go away. Matter of fact, I would say over time, unresolved issues and traumas will find a way out, and we'll just get stronger over time. Get that birdseed ready. Trials of Osiris Freelance is back. The first Freelance Trials of Osiris weekend for Season the Haunted is on the way, which means more opportunities to check out the ultra competitive PvP mode for any that are curious about what it has to offer. Whether you're playing for Ingrams or playing for that coveted lighthouse spot, you'll have another shot at both later this weekend. We've taken in a lot of feedback about the Trials experience, and because of that, we've learned some important lessons about the player base most involved with the competitive experience like this. We want you to enjoy your time in Saint 14's arena of PvP goodness. We'll keep taking in that feedback, but for now, enjoy Freelance and go make Saint smile. He needs it. Yeah, there is a lot of debate going on right now. I know some data was dropped from, I think, Trials reports talking about how many people went flawless the first week in comparison to the second week. Again, the first week of Trials for this past season didn't have win-based matchmaking. Simultaneously, though, it also didn't have the flawless pool activated on Sunday like it normally does. So the debate right now is whether or not there should be no win-based matchmaking, which essentially means if I have 6 wins and you have none, we could still match, which is obviously extremely unfair. But at the same time, the balance here that's being talked about is enabling Freelance permanently, but with no win-based matchmaking. And again, there's like different angles to this. Like some people are like, yo, just have Freelance, but still have the flawless pool. Other people saying, get rid of the flawless pool completely. There's a ton of feedback surrounding Trials of Osiris. And personally, I have no idea, because when you look at the feedback given when it comes to Trials of Osiris, it's two different crowds. You got folks that are just trying to play Trials for fun and go flawless like once a weekend. And then you got another group that are doing carries. And that's very much a part of their stream culture, which is why they've been staggering the flawless pool to activate at reset on Sundays. We'll see where Bungie goes with it though. Moving on, takedown updates. In a previous TWAB, we let everyone know that a series of copyright takedown issues on YouTube have been identified as being fraudulent by someone impersonating our intellectual property protection service. We wanted to give a brief update and let everyone affected know that we have identified the individual responsible and we are taking legal action. We take these matters seriously and will invest the time and resources required to protect our community from malicious actors. That said, do not attempt to harass, attack, or pile onto this individual. Any direct outreach not by Bungie's legal team could impair our ability to address the harm done to our community, which is our priority. We have your backs on this and will make sure this individual meets the future they deserve. Much though we appreciate the sentiment, we aren't asking for your help in making that happen. Now that this person has been identified, it has removed some challenges we face in reviewing license requests for archive music uploads. If you've been waiting for these, thank you for your patience, and we hope to get back to you in the next few weeks. Yeah, if you saw it earlier, guys, we actually retweeted it. So the guy that did this, I'm not even gonna say his name because I don't want to cause any issues, but he had a YouTube channel. He uploaded like all of Destiny's music onto that YouTube channel, and eventually his channel got struck down, or at least the music was removed because Bungie owns that music. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure something was in place or going in place where they were gonna allow some of these guys to still have music put up, because obviously many content creators use Bungie's music in their own videos. Not really sure what that led to, but the guy ended up taking matters into his own hand, and in doing so, proceeded to impersonate Bungie and copyright strike other content creators, our channel included. We actually ended up getting 2 strikes. Had we got a 3rd strike, it would have resulted in our channel getting deleted. And that's how copyright strikes work on YouTube. It's extremely serious. And by the way, I know I said I'm not going to show this guy's name. Paul Tassie's got a great article on it though, if y'all want to go check it out. All I ask is anyone that sees his name, don't go on Twitter and start harassing this guy. Trust me, he's got it coming. And when I say he's got it coming, he's got to pay like $7.6 million in damages. Dude, if I had to do that, I would just leave America, right? Like that's the only other option. Go find a cave somewhere in South America and just lay low for like the next 2 decades. But it was obvious what he was trying to do though. He was trying trying to make this huge splash by lashing out and hitting the bigger channels so that it would bring attention to it. He had over 96 different takedown notices against fellow creators in this YouTube loophole. What's even crazier about this whole situation is it seems like this was not a difficult thing for him to accomplish, meaning other people can also do this. I think what really busted him up though is that his former friends were actually seeing it the entire time as he was disclosing the entire situation, lamenting how easy it was to spam fake takedown notices and effectively describing exactly what he was actually doing behind the scenes. And again, the purpose of this was him trying to bring about these takedowns as a fraudulent wave and that his channel would be reinstated with the rest of us. Either way it goes though, $7.6 million in damages. By no means is a single one of our YouTube channel worth $7.6 million. Ever. Much less this guy that's just uploading Bungie music. So the fact that he's gonna have to pay that, hot damn, that's terrible. At least with the cheaters that we talked about last week, they had some source of income, and I know they're having to pay a lot of damages, but they probably got at least some of the cash to do it, right? Now, Paul actually continues stating that hilariously, names and addresses he used also came up in a database of a cheat site from one of Bungie's previous lawsuits, implying that he was also cheating in Destiny 2 itself. It's amazing how all of this is intertwined, right? God dog, man. I feel like some people, when they start getting into like cheats and stuff, they kind of get on this power trip. They're like, yo, I got the power. I can do anything behind this keyboard. I can conquer the world with the click of a finger. Personally, I actually feel bad for the guy, just simply because the state of mind you have to be in to get to this point, right? Either way it goes, guys, don't impersonate anyone. Don't try to delete people's YouTube channels, and don't cheat. It doesn't work out. Now we have a hotfix going out, 4.1.0.4 next Tuesday. Maintenance will begin at 9 a.m. Pacific and should be rolling out around 10 a.m. Now, regarding what is targeted to be fixed for this update, includes fix an issue where players could shoot through barricades, Ward of Dawn, and then walls with the piercing sidearm artifact mod and armor-piercing rounds. Thank God, that's finally getting fixed. Piercing sidearms artifact mod will be re-enabled. Also, fixing an issue where the Crucible Vermilion shader effects cause unintended photosensitivity issues. Investigating special effects and nightmare containment activities that cause unintended photosensitivity concerns. Fix an issue where Wings of Sacred Dawn did not offer proposed airborne effectiveness buff. Was it offering any? That may explain some things, right? Fix an issue where Peregrine Greaves did not offer proposed airborne effectiveness buff. Fix an issue where Peacekeepers also did not offer proposed airborne effectiveness buff. Dude, if this is really the case, then maybe airborne effectiveness might not be that bad, because I have used Peacekeepers and Wings of Sacred Dawn, and I thought the same thing. I was like, yo, airborne effectiveness sucks, and I still don't like it. Hopefully Bungie doesn't mean this is like a text issue on the exotic or something like that, right? Hopefully this actually means that, yo, you were supposed to be getting airborne effectiveness from these exotics. They weren't granting it though. Fix an issue where Master Vault of Glass raid did not have all the challenges active when available through the new raid and dungeon rotator. Now, known issues that are still going on. The pattern for crafting Nezrak's Whisper cannot be untracked. Defeating targets while radiant with knock 'em down is not refunding melee energy when using Caliban's hand. Callus Mini Tool and Drain don't update to gold masterwork borders after upgrading to 2 enhanced traits. The Empty Grief seasonal challenge will not be completed if a player picks up the scythe that spawns in the final encounter or use of weapon traits that cause explosions, such as Dragonfly, and I'm assuming Incandescent too. Players should complete the encounter with their equipped weapons to complete the challenge. All right, dude, I'm just happy we're getting anti-barrier sidearm, right? Now, eyes up, Guardian. Mental health is important. As promised, we wanted to provide some additional resources for those Guardians out there that may be taking the Season the Haunted storyline to heart. We have loved hearing your stories, and we are so humbled that you trust us with such sensitive memories. If you feel like everything is a little too much, or that you would like to add some tools to that old mental health toolkit, please don't hesitate to reach out to the resources available for help. To learn more about the tools to help you when you need them the most, visit here to take on those mental health needs. From anxiety to imposter syndrome, depression to dealing with loss, there's a resource for everything. You're important, and so is your mental health. Yeah, guys, we're actually gonna link that link down below if you want to check that one out. Again, I know we walk around, we're like, bro, I'm good. What do you mean? And then we just suffer in silence. Really though, guys, it's amazing how much good just getting a simple beer with a friend actually does for both you and them. Now, as a final note here from Hippie, and that's a wrap on another installation of our favorite segment, Where TWAB. And just a reminder from a previous TWAB this month, make sure you're sharing those pride-inspired Guardian looks with the hashtag Dressany tag. We want to see them. Need a refresher on what Dressany even is? Don't worry, we've got you covered right here. As for right now, we're prepping some fun things to do on Bungie Day with the community, so be sure to keep an eye out on official Destiny 2 and Bungie socials for details on how to be a part of the celebration. Next week, we'll be answering some more questions from players and tackling what's next on the horizon. There may or may not be some Grandmaster faster news as well. Stay tuned. In the meantime, make sure you're drinking that water and taking those vitamins. Kaido would want you to. I should go love hippie. All right, guys, that is your TWAB. As a final note, next Tuesday, we will be doing an unboxing. Inside of it will be a relic that I shall grant to one of you. Now, it's not going to be RNG based. No, we're actually going to be pulling people into our stream the following day and having a fashion show of sorts. And whoever wins will earn this relic. So fellas and ladies, get sexy. Break out that red dress because the prize is so worth it. Fellas and ladies, thank you all for coming and watching. And as always,
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.